would like to give credit to Mr. Ijaz with his wonderful and positive personality, how he connects everyone with each other.
AI टीचर भी हैप्पी पैलेस स्कूल से लॉन्च हुई है.
We face a lot of challenge from the government regulations and adverse Supreme Court orders on the education sector.
Do you think regarding the current status of Pakistan in terms of economic and development sides?
So do not be disappointed with failures. To me, the definition of failure is that if you're stagnant.
Which three skills do you think that people needs to learn at the moment?
And I tell the youth that you can stay in Pakistan and tackle those challenges. These challenges are actually opportunities.
Welcome to Coffee with CEO, an exclusive podcast where we sit with the industry experts and explore their journeys, success stories and challenges. This is your host Varda Bhatt, and we have a very dynamic personality with us, Mr. Athar. He's the managing director of Happy Palace. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Excited about the event today.
अथर, इस पूरे इवेंट के बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे? सीईओ क्लब है और हर जगह से सीईओ यहाँ पर गैदर हुए हुए हैं. एक यूनिक बहुत अच्छी गैदरिंग हुई हुई है, कंस्ट्रक्टिव कॉन्वर्जेशंस चल रही हैं, एक अच्छी नेटवर्किंग चल रही है. व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू से?
It's a one-of-a-kind club. Definitely, CEO Club is unique in every aspect. मैं समझता हूँ ये सिर्फ एक networking event नहीं है. You meet a lot of business individuals who are actually making the real impact in this country. So it is about creating synergies, collaborations, and I would like to give credit to Mr. Ijaz with his wonderful and positive personality, how he connects everyone with each other. I mean, being in the education sector, we usually live in a shell and we don't go out and meet other industry leaders. So this was one club where I found that you can get out of your shell and you can actually meet people and learn from them, because every industry has its own experiences and knowledge to share. So the conversations which happen over here in panel discussions as well, we always get to learn something or the other and go back, implement it in our businesses and flourish. So more power to CEO Club. It's a wonderful organization.
True. If we particularly talk about the Happy Palace School, हम देखते हैं कि Happy Palace एक prominent जगह बना चुका है पाकिस्तान में अपनी, और especially in Karachi. एंड AI टीचर भी हैप्पी पैलेस स्कूल से लॉन्च हुई है और बहुत सारी एक अच्छी एक्टिविटीज़ हैप्पी पैलेस से हम देख रहे होते हैं. बच्चे माशाल्लाह बहुत ग्रो कर रहे हैं, फर्दर एक्टिविटीज़ वहाँ पर चल रही होती है. वहाँ की मैनेजमेंट जस्ट लाइक यू, ऑल आर वेरी प्रोएक्टिव माशाल्लाह. सो क्या स्ट्रेटजीज़ आप लोग मज़ीद फ्यूचर में इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं हैप्पी पैलेस में?
So it's been 43 years that we created this legacy. So the school has become a legacy school. It has become a household name.
Yeah.
Or mashallah say, wherever we open a campus, we get a very good positive response. So the strategy right now is aggressive expansion, because we know we're providing quality education in our schools. And as you said, we were the first school to introduce an AI teacher in the school. And again, it is not to replace these teachers, but to assist these teachers. I always say that robots never pay taxes.
Exactly.
So, and teachers' knowledge can never be replaced, and the warmth and the emotional skills, the empatheticness of teachers, which they provide in the classroom environment, understanding every child's needs, it's impossible that a robot will ever take care of it. So, as per the modern times, we keep enhancing our curriculum. We have our R&D department, which is uncommon in schools. कि research and development का department भी हो. So we keep updating ourselves. And as you said, you rightly said that this school has a name of itself in the market now. And I would like to thank my teachers for that, who work day in and day out with my students and who are passionate about teaching. So it is our human resource policy that we won't hire just any teacher, but those teachers who really care about quality education and who are passionate about teaching.
And what do you think regarding the current status of Pakistan in terms of economic and development sides?
So again, I'm very positive about Pakistan. I mean, there's an intellectual exodus going on. A lot of talent is exporting outside abroad. And there are a lot of numbers that we export this much cotton, this much sugar, this much rice, but nobody talks about the human resource exodus which is going out. So And I tell the youth that you can stay in Pakistan and tackle those challenges. These challenges are actually opportunities. And you don't have to do anything novel for that. Just look at the developing nations, what they're doing, what kind of startups are being developed over there and working in their own efficient manners. You can bring those solutions to Pakistan, be the pioneer of it, and become a unicorn company. So I'm optimistic about Pakistan.
I'm glad to hear that. Which 3 skills do you think that people needs to learn at the moment?
So number one skill would be analytical skills. They should be creative. And number 3 would be resilience. Resilience is very important. We faced COVID. We saw companies and businesses failing, but those who were resilient, they surpassed all those challenges. We see AI coming in. We see technological advancements. The only people who will survive will be the ones who are adaptable and resilient, and those who will work with such technological advancements. So these are my top skills which I would recommend every youth to have. Otherwise, profession-wise, data analyst and prompt engineering and all these professions, they will keep changing. 20, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, typing or skills in MS Office was very important, but now it is redundant. Writing skills used to be important 60 years ago. It is becoming redundant. Everybody's using a laptop there on their keyboards. So times will change and you have to be adaptable and flexible towards these changes.
I totally agree with you. Any challenge that you want to discuss with us in your professional journey?
So in my professional journey, we have faced many challenges. Obviously, we're self-funded. We are one school which does not have any partnerships or franchising. So all these 45 branches are run by one single family. So we face a lot of challenge from the government regulations and adverse Supreme Court orders on the education sector. We're taking this burden on us of education, which was essentially the job of the government, right? But since they're not fulfilling their job and we're taking that burden, I think we should get some support from the government as well. That is the only challenge we face. We're foreign graduates. I graduated from Berkeley. I saw the competitive advantage students have over Pakistani students. I came back and I wanted to change that aspect in my students as well so that they can compete globally.
Lastly, Athar, any message that you want to give to our audience and particularly for our youth?
So do not be disappointed with failures. To me, the definition of failure is that if you're stagnant and if you are the same person you were the last year. So you should keep changing yourself. You should believe in yourself, which is a very generic thing to say, but it is a very important aspect in every person's life. And do follow your passion. Do something which you're passionate about. Because if you're doing something which you're not passionate about, eventually you won't be that efficient and you won't maximize your potential.
Exactly.
So that's why we always say that you should always follow your passion.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much, Athar. It was a lovely conversation with you.
Lovely
Thank
talking to
you.
Thank you.